now. All right.
It says we're live.
Of course it says we're live, sweetheart. So, all right. So,
Mom, can I go on YouTube to see who wants to come on?
What do you mean? Spot?
What?
Chill out.
Oh, come on.
All right, everybody. Let's see if I can pull up my watch page. Because I'm special like that. Let's see. Yep, we've got Ryder, Jacob, Navo, and Taps in here. So, hey, guys. So Little Spot did some good work around here. She goes by 2 nicknames, Spot or Little Red. Say hello, Spot.
Howdy he, howdy ho, I'm home.
Let's see, can anybody hear her?
Can anyone hear me? I'm alone.
Let's see. Yeah, and everybody switched to live chat. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got a bit of a delay. That's okay. So,
Woohoo!
all right. So I'm going to put the Hangout links in general for a minute. If Base Trap Kayla or Taps or even Ryder, you guys want to join us, beware. It's a 10-year-old girl. She actually pulled up some pretty good stories. One I'm really interested in her opinion on is this 10-year-old drag queen that opened a drag club and is doing fashion. And so...
You should see his hair.
The Hangouts link is in the ginger box.
Yeah, that's me.
No, OBS was working, but we were getting buffering death, dear.
They couldn't see how cute I am.
Yes, and you'll notice Merc's avatar is here, but he is not. He's at work. But it's better than trying to share one share.
Okay, can I open YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Why did I put a P for you?
Okay, and I am still in Discord because I'm retarded.
Ooh, I don't even have to look it up.
It's because Merc actually is a little kid, and I just doxed him. He's not really a grown-up. He uses a voice modulator on Devil's Advocates. So,
wait,
okay.
I think Dad's on because he says that's my real voice.
Yeah, sweetheart, he is on. I just explained that in the chat to people. So she's using her daddy's avatar. So, all right. So I'm going to open. That is one hell of a voice changer. So let's see. All right. So I'm going to put screen share up. I'm going to close my Discord. Where'd it go? Hey, Spot, which story do you want first?
Can you put them on the screen so I could see?
Well, I will here in a second, but pick which one you want first.
Okay, drag queen first.
Not the drag queen first. Okay.
Well, duh.
All right, there we go.
Okay, drag queen first.
Saudi, mute the stream.
Oops, sorry.
It's like you've never done this before or something.
Right.
So, and present this to everyone. So, can you see that, Spot?
See what? Oh, whoops. Okay.
Hangouts.
Okay, I'm more in the Hangouts. You're on the CNN.
Yep. So let's go. Here we go. Oh, that's the other one.
Pick one and stick.
There it is. So, and this is E News. So this is what I get for telling her to look at multiple sources, I guess. So, all right, you ready to read, Spot?
Of course. Meet the 10-year-old drag kid taking over New York City Fashion Week. Mom, could you please scroll down?
I did. Okay. I got a feeling you're not looking in the Hangouts. Scroll down.
I know. Okay.
I'll scroll down as you read, sweetie.
Can you read the first couple words? Because I can't even read them.
Desmond Napoli, a.k.a. Desmond is Amazing, is taking New York Fashion Week by storm.
The 10-year-old made his New York Fashion Week
debut
on Sunday, February 11th, when he walked on the runway at GYPS Sports Show. Since then, Desmond had been receiving so much love on social media. Hi, I'm
Desmond.
Hey.
Just call him Desi.
Desmond had been receiving so much love on social media. Hi, I'm hold on. My voice is recording. I can't even. Hi, I am the man from NYC. His Instagram reads. What the heck? I can't even talk.
I just want to say hi to Lil Wayne.
I did. Don't you see?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say hi to Lil Wayne.
Oh, that's Desmond. That's Malevolent Rider who's joined us.
Hello.
You might have
Hey.
background. Yep, I don't hear anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was going to wait till April to do a live stream, but what the heck? Let me turn the TV down.
His Instagram reads, I'm a drag kid.
Dragutante.
Dragonteer and this
Dragonista.
doing what I like to call Kinder drag. I'm totally drag slayer. I'm also the youngest member of the original
iconic.
Say
iconic.
Iconic. I know.
Look. To help you.
Come on, you got it.
Pioneer.
Ballroom House. The house of Ultra
Omni.
I have the best fans. My Amazeys. I am sincerely grateful for your love and support.
So, I'll give you credit there, Spot.
Okay, that's how far I read.
That's as far as it goes, sweetie. Oh wait, no, it does go further down. Oh my God! All right, I'm going to mess with my audio because I can't hear anybody else in the Hangout.
Someone's knocking on the door. I gotta go.
No, it's just a cat trying to get in.
Hey, can you hear me at all, Red?
Thank you, Ryder.
All right. Hey, can you guys hear me on stream?
All right.
Well, I'm going to go. I was just here to help her, and because I have the same problem.
Sounds like she's beating the door up.
So later.
Peace out.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think Red can hear anybody.
She can't hear me.
I can't hear anybody. Hold on. What's going on with the audio?
Well, we could just type for you.
There we go. Now I can hear.
Hello, Daniel.
Oh, she's talking now to the cat. Okay, sweetheart.
Okay. Next, teen drug abuse.
Oh, I thought you were going to read the rest of the article.
No.
Well, here's the rest of it because you need to talk about the article after you read it. Desmond then writes, I call my looks androgynously and my style avant drag. I'm inspired by RuPaul, the fashions of the club kids. 10-year-old, that's not what they meant by club kids. The last kids club I belonged to was the Burger King Kids Club. But this is 10-year-old, I read in another article that he actually started his own drag club for kids to go to. So
I don't know how to feel about that.
Right? Yeah, come back, Ryder. Come back in. You're fine. Hey, Taps.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. This is Little Red or Spot.
Hi. How's it going?
Good.
So, Spot, what do you think about the 10-year-old drag kid? Do you
Nope,
think it's something
they're not.
kids should be doing?
Sure, if they want to do it. It's like their opinion.
Are you talking about them deciding that they're gay at 10 or just dressing up like that? I mean,
Dressing up. They can choose what they want.
Well, what about, do you think it would be a good idea if mommy let you do this?
Sure.
Dress up like a boy and go to fashion shows and pretend you're a boy?
Sure. I'll do it if people give me money.
Oh my God.
That's the spirit.
To be honest, I'm back
I can't
because
hear you
I
anymore.
really like helping other people. So
Oh, I appreciate it, Ryder. Sadi, quit kinking up my line. Because now I can't even hear you speak.
to be honest, I was going to wait till like April, but hey, Lewed.
Oh, she somehow muted herself again because she was twisting up the audio cord. Hold on.
Well, tell after she talked about, she said give her opinions and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're not just doing it. Yeah, we twisted up the USB. No, sorry.
Hit the microphone.
It's all right. No worries, no worries.
There you go.
Oh,
Now turn your volume up.
Oh, you guys can hear me. You can hear through my headset across the room. Oh, we're getting audio now. There you go.
Okay, good.
Okay, Lewed. After you read this, you have to give your opinion on stuff.
I didn't know that I had to do that.
So don't fiddle with the cord.
Welcome to YouTube. YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
I've been on YouTube before.
Once before, I let her do a little stream.
Oh.
So.
Well, just give your opinion on your thoughts and stuff on why you was talking about this in the first place. Like what brings it up and stuff.
How'd you find the story, and why'd you find the story?
I looked up 10-year-old kids news. Well, like 10-year-old.
Yeah, Bonahi.
And then I found this, and I was very interested, and I just read the first paragraph, and it seemed awesome. And I liked the other pictures that he had, and I think he is doing okay. Doesn't mean like I like him as a boyfriend.
Oh God.
Relax.
Oh, he had one boyfriend, okay?
We are not doing this on the stream.
You're too young to think about that. You're too young.
Too young for that.
I'm 22 and I still don't have a girlfriend.
I'm sorry. Am I late to the party?
No, you're just on time, Benny Boo.
I always try and make it.
Yeah, I hope Macolium is watching.
He is.
Let me see. Let me watch. Congratulations from Sir something.
Sir Adamantine.
So Adamantine.
I remember him. He was on my live stream, like a live stream that I was on before.
Hey, just call him Sir A.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sir A's a good guy. So, but see, this is where I'm curious. Is like kids her age are like, even in our tiny town, there's kids talking about being transgender. Making decisions in elementary school that they are now a boy, not just playing pretend, but I am now a boy. I am now a girl. I'm like,
hey, Lewis, can I just say this? Do not think about anything until you're 20 to 25. That is when your brain is fully developed.
Well, 25 is actually like where the cutoff of most
Yeah,
of your
no, I said
knowledge is going to get.
yeah, I said 20
Yeah.
to 25.
Daniel, stop it. Go. Daniel, stop it.
Is that the cat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he keeps trying to get her attention because she keeps fiddling her fingers, and so he wants to play
You
with
got
her.
beat up the cat.
Yeah.
That's her little baby brother.
Actually, I have like 4 brothers.
Yes.
Like 2 humans, 2 cats.
Yeah.
Dog cats.
Yeah, the little boys are just like
Cat
dogs.
dog.
Oh my god, I
my
remember once when I lived in Tenino, I watched this show called Cat Dog. It's where like these 2 were like connected together and they lived in this house with a mouse.
Hey, trust me. I know all about Winslow, Mr. Sunshine, Cat Dog, the Winter Rabbit.
That was like my
Classic TV
childhood
shows.
growing up.
Right.
Yeah, that Ken Carol Redgrass. Trust me, I was born in 1990s, 1995 to be precise. So, and some of these
I was
people are
born
older
right
than
at,
me. So,
I was like at the ascent of the 90s. I was 97.
I was 99.
That's how old my oldest is. She was born in 99. Like at the end of the year.
Except I'm in college and she's not for some reason.
She's like 18.
I think she might be older than I am.
No, she was born in December of 99.
Oh, okay. I was born in August of 99. That makes no sense.
Yeah, she was born after that
December of
cutoff.
95 for me. So,
Yeah. So, all right. So, Spot had another article because they're always talking about like kids and drug abuse and stuff. And she kind of surprised me when she pulled this up. The article she found was on the Recovery Village. Actually, has an article about teen drug abuse statistics and facts.
Hey, Wedge, read what
Hey,
Waifu Hento put on the chat.
Yeah, waifu. Yeah, I saw that. Finally, someone smart is on the stream. Mini Red is the best. Yeah, she's the most intelligent person on this panel. I'll tell you that. Okay, so all right, I'll do the Hangouts again and do the screen share thing. Do you want to read the article, Spot?
Oh, sorry, I was on.
No, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know if you wanted to read it or not. Oh.
That's too far out. I need glasses. Jeez.
That's what
I got
happens if you have
glasses on
screen
and I
sharing
still
Oh,
and multiple
can't read
windows
it.
open.
Yeah, articleception.
Yep. All right. So you guys can see
Ooh,
where it's
there's a
from.
You're
new
Waifu
person.
Hento.
The new person. Everyone, shut up.
That's Waifu Hento.
Hey,
Don't
what up,
make me.
Waifu?
Don't make me. I will do it.
Oh,
Bye.
she's starting the mute thing.
It's just,
Stop it, Spot.
wow, you
We
are just
can
like
unmute.
abusing your power.
My food taps. You might
Oh,
want to
you
unmute yourselves.
You should have been on my birthday live stream. Everyone was muted.
She was doing
missed
mute
it.
wars. She's a whitey in training.
Even
Waifu, you
Hello.
muted.
She's
You
a
talking
Discord
too
mom
much?
and Kenny.
Waifu was not talking too much. Waifu was the one who just showed up, you goof.
Oh.
Got a little trigger happy there on that mute button, baby.
Just here to cheer you on, that's all. And keep these other boys in line.
Mom, you muted.
Why would you mute your mom?
No, I did
Oh, no.
not. I did not. You
I
can
muted
ask
myself.
her.
I muted myself. She knows better.
Daniel. Get out in front of the
All
hero.
right,
You
Spot.
yourself.
Read your article. This is something you wanted.
Okay, where is it?
It's on the
Oh,
Hangouts.
just click your mom's icon.
Oh,
Just
oh
lie on
okay.
the screen.
In 2009, almost 1 million emergency rooms involved in
Illicit.
drug, either alone or combined.
Sound it out. It's okay.
I know, but I just feel so embarrassed.
You're fine.
Okay.
Nobody watches my show. It's okay.
Combination with other types of drugs. If
Very
you guys
good.
look at the picture,
The others, it's like that little gray area. And, oh, looks like cocaine made a comeback.
Gas.
Oh god, there's a house. One of the frat houses on campus is nicknamed the Coke House for a reason.
Oh my.
Because they
Study
hate Pepsi.
aids. Study aids. That's what a lot of people say. I'm just going to use it to study.
They use Adderall to study.
whoever said I was very smart, I thank them very much.
Hey.
Oh, that was Rifle Hunter. He's right here. The one
Yep.
with the white hair, yeah, and the garlic face with the husk.
The anime face.
Yeah.
I know where that's from, waifu.
You don't, Benny.
Yes,
Benny's
I
a
do.
good
It's one of my
boy.
favorite animes.
Animus.
Anime.
My favorite anime is Cory in the House.
My favorite anime, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Hold on.
Okay, everyone, stop talking about SpongeBob SquarePants because my sister makes me watch that.
Mine is Bleach.
Gentlemen,
I'm
let's
going
let,
with a
Mini
real
Red
anime.
go. Hey, let's let Mini Red continue. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Tangents run rampant. All right.
In many cases, drugs in the 21st century have become more pointed than
Potent.
they were generated.
A generation, an age group.
I knew that, but I couldn't say it. Ago. Access to drugs in schools has also gotten easier. Now,
Ubiquitous.
on campus grounds and teen social events. Where would you like to read the other paragraph?
All right. Go ahead and grab some water that's there behind the laptop screen. All right. There you go. It's in the big cup. All right. Several commonly abused drugs among teens are even found in their own households and may even be prescribed to them by their doctor. In fact, 20% of parents say they've given their teen a prescription drug that wasn't prescribed for them. And sometimes a seemingly casual act like this can carry many long-term implications. A drug problem may be something your teen never has to go through, but history has proven that drugs can affect anyone at any time. In fact, the teen drug use statistics are hard to ignore. Studies have shown that 40% of 12th graders, 30% of 10th graders, and 13% of 8th graders have used a drug in the past year. This adds up to millions of young people. Even if your teen doesn't use drugs, it's likely they at least know someone who does. What do you think about that one, Spot? Does your older sister know people that do drugs?
Sorry, I had to mute myself for a minute, but when I unmuted, I buffed. Okay, Daniel, please stop messing with my foot.
All right.
So what I think about that is like, why do 8th graders do? Where is it? I can't find it.
Drugs.
12th graders do that. I don't understand. They could have killed themselves if they took too much.
That is very
I'm more
true.
curious about the younger kids.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I was looking at the 8th graders and someone said 12th graders.
You said 12th graders, but okay.
Well, I
That's
said
a drug.
at first I said 8th. Then someone else said 12.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about your sister? Because your sister is in 12th grade and she doesn't do drugs, but does she know anybody that does drugs?
Probably a few, but I don't even know the names.
Yeah, you don't know their names. You've heard her talk on the bus, and you've heard her talk when she gets home. I know the answer to this one. You're not narking on anybody, but yeah, your sister does know quite a few people that pop pills, smoke pot. There's a few of them that are even on the bus that a few times have left their one-hitters on the seats where kids could reach it.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people that do that. I mean, I have friends.
Do it on camera.
Oh, yeah, I am on camera.
Snaps looking cute as heck.
Hey,
Okay.
speaking of my new mask, I got.
It's a good one.
Thanks.
It's a good one. That's nice, Ryder.
I have friends that have like weed has become their life in a way. They won't stop, like they spend all their money on it. And I'm like, what? You're just wasting so much time and cash on this. I mean, I could see, like a special occasion or something or whatever, but these people, it's just every day, just to get through the day, and it's really sad. And I mean, there are times. I mean, I drove from school and back, but there are times I go with my friend on the bus, and people would be smoking meth on the bus.
Yep.
Meth.
How's that?
That's got a very distinct smell as well.
Burnt plastic.
Stanky.
It smells like burnt plastic. It's bad.
Yeah.
I smelled burnt plastic. I thought I was gonna die.
I'm going to take the. I'm going to I am crap. What's that? Oh yeah. Now it's on my face because my mask is getting
All
really
I
hot.
can see is the top of your mask. That's all I could see.
Hey, it's a steampunk mask.
Yeah, I
Steampunk,
can
yeah.
see. I can see that.
Oh, that is pretty cool though.
Hey, Spot. Do you know anyone that does drugs?
Yeah, people that lived in a house before us.
Okay.
I don't. It's Sean and Danielle.
She's throwing names out there.
I met them so many times. My mom hates them.
Why do you think they do them?
I don't know.
You remember Danielle? Why do you think she did it?
Like, I don't remember. Like, I never asked that.
Did you see how messy her life was and crazy it was?
No, but I remember one night that you let me spend the night at her house.
Before I knew about everything.
Oh.
Then, when I heard her crying, I gave her a cup of water outside the door. Well, that's being helpful.
Yeah, but how disturbing was it to see an adult in that state, though?
I don't know. Like, I was about to cry, but I didn't want to cry there to make them worried and send me home. It was night then. My older sister took my little sister down, so I was the only one in my family that was up there.
Yeah, we live on 5 acres, and they rented a house above us.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mute so you guys don't hear me drinking. Okay.
Jeez, if only people could learn from this child.
Right.
I know, right?
I will not look crap.
Yeah. People
Man, I wish
need.
I was that smart as a child. I would have
Yeah.
gotten in trouble too much.
Now,
God, that is so true. I mean, I see so many people, at least in my personal life that I know, and shows that I go to. They're like, people. Whenever I go to a show, someone would come up. He's like, "Hey, you want to buy some acid?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm here for the music and things like that."
I do remember that one time I went to a Halloween party a couple of years ago, and someone tried to offer me Coke, and I was just like, no. But
No.
like, because I mean, with me, I've been smoking pot since I was like 16 years old, so I was like new to it, and now I hung out with the wrong crowd a little bit. And they offered me like this, like the harder type stuff. I always rejected it. I'm like, no, I only, because I knew about the benefits of pot because it was so regular in the areas that I was in. Like everyone was smoking it. Everywhere you look, everyone had like at least a joint in their hands.
See here, pot's legal, and my daughters know that I've used it, and we use it occasionally. But like. Yeah, most likely it's either done like edibles or like gels or something to where it's not that stinky ass smoke.
Yeah, it's a good medicinal thing. I have a friend whose dad, retired from the not the Air National Guard, the Army National Guard, and has this really bad back pain, and so he's been using pot for his back pain and whatnot, and I mean, I've gone to parties and with the wrong crowd, and then, I end up not saying no like I was supposed to after I had already been really messed up, and then I end up getting super crossfaded, and that's not fun. I can tell you that.
Well, something I'm thinking about after hearing sort of the statistics and all this is that there's a lot of kids using coke. Where are they getting the money for coke?
Probably off their parents.
And the hype,
Probably-
because I've tried cocaine, as I've told my kids basically everything I've done in my life. So,
Yeah.
but it's like it didn't make sense to me. It's you do it, and it's so expensive. You go manic, and it only lasts for like 15, 20 minutes, and it's an expensive drug. It's a rich person's drug, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's this big chunk of kids using cocaine, and like I had a job back in high school, and I'll tell you that I couldn't afford a lot. Sure as heck couldn't afford coke.
People can't afford weed. How are they going to afford coke?
Parents. That's it.
It just reminds me of a lot of like the
Leeway.
here.
Leeway. You cannot rely on your parents for everything.
Hey mom, can I have
No,
some
she's
money?
saying that the parents basically giving their kids money in college are where the kids are getting money for the drugs. So, but that does make sense because I grew up in a rich kid district, and like all the kids there, it's like, you know, they would have coke parties. Their parents were doctors, lawyers, you know, in the city council and stuff, and there was really nothing for the teenagers to do.
What happened if the parents are poor? Then what?
Well, then they usually end up doing crack. So that's a terrible joke.
I mean,
Or
in
they end up pretty
Oklahoma,
much face.
meth is a big problem.
Oh,
Math?
in Washington
Math.
it is too.
Meth is a very big problem here in Oklahoma. I mean, it is the meth capital of the United States, I believe.
Oh my.
Yes, it is.
So
in my area in Massachusetts, actually, heroin is the most sought after.
Heroin is like basically people would be addicted to these opiates and these different prescription drugs, and then when the prescription drugs aren't strong enough for them, they move off to heroin, and then
I'm sorry, TVPP. Oh,
Caps.
Caps.
Yeah.
Just call me Caps.
Okay, Caps. You keep on saying math as in homework. It's meth.
I said meth. Methamphetamines.
The crystal.
Yeah, crystal
I
meth.
kept on saying
Candy.
The blue candy.
Yes. I kept on saying
Mr.
math
Walter
for
White.
some reason.
Oh yeah, meth. It's probably my accent. It's meth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have a weird accent because I've lived everywhere.
Hey,
Turn your
people
volume
say
up,
I
Scott.
have a world accent.
True. I just have like a combination of West Coast, North, South, and everywhere.
I got another question for Spot here. You there, Spot?
Yeah.
So, do you think people can use drugs without using drugs?
Depends on the parents and how they're gonna sneak it.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Do you think someone can ruin their life using something else that's not illegal as much as they could ruin their life as using drugs? Like, say someone got really hooked on video games. Like, that's all they did.
They'll hurt their eyes and they need to like get glasses. That's my opinion. Like, I don't like if they're like attracted to like certain type of drugs that's not good for them, they should just have someone to stop them, or they should go to a place that can help them stop taking drugs that's very bad for them.
Dang, this kid's going to be a politician when she grows up.
She's gonna do way better than that. You take that back.
Well, I'm just a kid. I may change my mind in the future.
Don't change your mind.
By the way, what's better than a politician?
Anything?
True. I would say president, but King Carl already wants my dad one for president, so.
It's interesting.
Spot.
Well, I got something to do tomorrow, like learning.
All right. So speaking of learning, do you want to talk about the last story you found?
Yeah.
It's actually it's a really good story. I was
Get
really
to
happy when you found it. All right, give me a
Always have the
second.
best for last.
Mush, Red, mush.
I'm mushing as much as I can mush.
So,
has anybody heard about the West Virginia teacher strike?
I have not.
The
No.
statewide
Okay, then sit down and
strike?
enjoy and get popcorn.
hey,
All right,
don't be rude.
Oh no, she's telling you you're in for a bumpy ride. She just needs more translation. All right, Spot, you ready to read?
Yes, when I hear no noise. Okay. Before they went on strike, West Virginia teachers packed bags to make sure their kids didn't go hungry. That's a lot of money. Unless they get it from the food bank.
Well, even then, it's still their time they're volunteering.
Students and teachers packing lunches on Horseman Middle School and
Charleston,
West Virginia. Teachers in West Virginia are striking for higher wages.
money.
And better. Well, be quiet.
Oh, Spot. Get you later.
Wait, where is it?
Right here.
Okay. Higher wages and better benefits, but not at the expense of hungry students. In West Virginia, almost 4 children are in
Poverty.
For many of them, free and reduced price school breakfasts and lunches on the main meals of the day. Some schools even run Friday pantry programs to feed the students through the weekend. The teachers' strike closed all the state public schools beginning last week, but the kids were still eating. Would anyone like to watch the video?
Oh, they won't be able to hear the audio, sweetheart, because we're not through OBS.
Right.
Yes, yeah. Cammy or Kami, we know CNN is turning the freaking frogs gay.
No, come on, not in front of this child.
You very well do videos on live stream.
We should get my older sister.
Question though is what do you know the ranking of West Virginia when it comes to teacher pay? Because I know my state is 49th or 50th in teacher pay, but it's in the top 10 for administrative pay, which is just the worst thing.
This state is actually 48th in the United States, and
our teacher
all
wages
55. Well, yeah, I know. I'm just like there was another article I was reading, but this is the one she wanted to read. The article I read said that the West Virginia, their teachers are 48th in the union, or to be paid, and so all 55 counties went on strike. The entire state of West Virginia went on strike.
I wish Oklahoma would do that.
I mean, for the love of mercy, every single school. Can you imagine? That's like one hell of a summer break.
Oh yeah.
Get to the story.
Yeah. Or get to the story. Oh my God, it's bedtime. You are way up past your bedtime, by the way. But we had issues with launching this. I tried to launch it yesterday, but I couldn't get it to launch either. So
before they made the decision to strike, they wanted to make sure the students needs were taken care of, said Jennifer Wood with the American Federal of Teachers Union in West Virginia. I thought I was about to say vagina.
And you did.
Oh my God.
Worst part is YouTube would still monetize this.
Right.
I
thought I was going to say something and then I did it.
Hey.
I hope I'm not a meme soon. I hope I'm not a meme.
You bamboozled yourself.
No.
Hey, what? Just go like this. I thought I was going to say Never mind. Never mind. I was about to say nothing. Let's do that.
That's all you need to know.
The brain to mouth filter on this one is genetic. At least hers is still kind of there. Hers hasn't degraded as far
What
as
do
her
you mean, kind
mother's
of?
has.
I
She's
have
still
no idea what the heck you're talking about.
You dummy. Sorry.
Skittles says this sounds too adorable. Oh.
Trust me, I have no filter on mine. Oh, I met my sister's friend one day, right? Walked up to her and said, "You got big boobs. I can climb mountains on them." And then I started yelling. That was my first introduction to my sister's friend. I did not give a crap. Like, I saw my cousin after like 12 years of not seeing them, right? First thing I said to them was, "You look better than you did in the past." And she said, you look different." And she said, "Do I look prettier or uglier?" And I didn't reply. She said, "Uglier." And I said, "Yes, it's probably because of your acne."
Yeah.
She went out the door crying. And this was at my grandpa's funeral.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, poor writer.
I was like, what did I say? What did I say? I don't care, to be honest. Oh, actually, it was like before it.
Good night, Sir
Like the day
Adamantine.
before.
Sir Adamantine's going to go to bed. Spot.
Night, sorry.
I can't hear you, Spot. Did you mute yourself again?
No, she's away from the mic.
Put your mic down by your face.
She's probably playing with the cat.
Come here,
Yeah,
Spot.
get out of here. This is no Griffin zone.
Put the mic down. Come here.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's like one of those situations where it's just like, just say, I don't know, you tell me, instead of just like not replying, it's just like, I don't know, you tell me. It's your opinion of yourself that matters more than anyone else.
To be honest, I'm like on Abe Lincoln.
Got a little bit more of the article.
I cannot tell lie.
Hold up. Spot's
we got a little bit more of the article to read, and then Spot's gonna have to go to bed. So I'm gonna put my headset on her because she's having tech issues with my headset over there. So, All right, Spot. Now the article is up here, right here. All right. So here's the other part of it.
But the strike stretched into Monday, and the teachers mobilized again. They were continuing to take time away from the picket line to make sure the students eat. When the children, with the children not in school to pick up the meals, families are beginning to being directed towards makeshift
Distribute. Take your time. Distribution. It's all right. Just slow down. Take your time.
It's okay. It's a big word.
Yeah, it's a big word.
Some families are striking teachers on the doorstep with boxes of food. Ooh, boxes for food for me.
The kids that can't make it to the schools to get their meals, the teachers are delivering it to them at their homes. You got a little bit more here.
And that's called charity.
Yep, it's called charity. Here you go.
Our students rely on us for more than just
education.
So we were flying to
slow down.
So we are
trying
to help them during this time, said Kevin Green, who teaches social studies at Riverview High School. We want to continue to show our love for our kids, even when we can't be there because we are fighting for our rights. Local food banks, churches, and non-profits have been working working with
organizers
to help
provide.
provide the students meals. Many are now asking the public to help restock the pantry shelves.
Yep, and that's the end of the article.
Well, guys, my mom better play some
you have your
music.
opinion. What's your opinion on the article?
That they should giving a big giant meal.
What do you think about the teachers?
They are very nice. They are very awesome. And
what do you think about them striking? Do you know what a strike is?
a goal?
No.
No.
Good answer. But a strike is where teachers don't go to work. They say no. We're not. It's when a union, when a work group has a union, basically a group that helps a union protect them. Then the union decides our people aren't getting the right pay, or they're not being treated right, so the union goes on strike. And every single teachers union in that state, it'd be like every teacher in our state saying, nope, we're not coming to work to teach your students until you give us better resources to teach your students, more money to teach your students. So what do you think about the strike? Do you think the teachers should be paid more? Now, mind you, it's a very, very poor state. I mean, most of the kids can't even.
Basically, they act lazy because they need more money.
Okay, so they should have more money so they can buy food for the students, so they can get the job back and then feed the students. Then the students might come back to school more, have a fun day, and if I save my money, I'll donate Chromebooks. Because my school has Chromebooks.
Yeah, by the way, to address that, Jacob, that's Spot, my 10-year-old, who she did really well, and she loves the idea of streaming. So I gave her the reward of doing a stream on my channel. And I told her she could pick some news and topics she wanted to talk about.
Again, you have that on Friday or Saturday night. The kid has school.
Yep, she does have school. She's getting ready to go to bed here in a few minutes. We're gonna.
Can we do it every Saturday?
No. Can you clean your room every day?
Okay. Shush. Doing nothing.
I feel Spot like a metaphysical level at this point when it comes to cleaning.
Quit pounding on the keyboard.
I want to enter it. Let me enter
All right. So this is the part of the show where you ask your panel what they think about the article.
Hey guys, what do you think about all I read?
I believe this is a great idea because people have been trying to get, we need to pay our teachers more, but no action has been taken up until this point. I mean, I wish Oklahoma teachers would do this. All the teachers are leaving Oklahoma because they're not getting paid enough, and they're all going to Texas and Kansas, Missouri, just areas around because they pay more. They pay much more. I mean, the Oklahoma teachers get paid less than the West Virginia teachers do. And on another note, I believe what the West Virginia teachers are doing when it comes to making sure the kids are getting fed, that is a very gallant effort. And I mean, definitely, if there are charities set up, definitely, I feel like everyone could do their part to kind of help these teachers feed these kids while they're on strike.
Hey, okay, I want to go next. But before I do, hey, Tiger Dude, you muted. You've been muted.
I've been muted?
No, the Tiger one. The
Benny.
Oh. Yeah.
Benny.
It's okay. He might be busy.
What'd I do?
You've been muted.
Oh no, I was. So I had stuff going on in the background. Didn't want to disturb or stream.
Oh well. Did you hear anything?
Well, let's be honest. Teaching is.
What do you mean? So what?
Teaching is not the ideal job for most people. I mean, a lot of these teachers have to deal with these these kids, teenagers. It's not the best job, but I get the underpaidment, and they have to, they have to take action because they're not getting paid as much. But they also have to remember, teaching is not the top job that everyone wants to do. Some teachers like their job, and some teachers are just there because, well, I need to make money somehow.
Then why do they go to school for years to do it?
Oof.
That is true. That is true.
They rack up an incredible amount of debt. You're very lucky because I have a lot of insight into this. I grew up being the son of a teacher. So, and when I got sick, she didn't have time to, sit home and take care of me. So I had to go to school with her, and I've seen this stuff. I've been to picket lines as a kid, and I've seen it all. And while I admire these teachers for going out and giving these people food for being able to strike, you got to look at what's going on. Like, if you're treating the symptom and not the disease. Like, look at the poverty that's causing these kids to need to be fed by the state. Like, what's wrong with the families? Like, that's the first problem. Like, look at what's causing this. Two, if they're out, giving out the food, they can't strike. And that's ultimately the punishment for not being paid, is that they're going out there and saying, no, we, give us more resources. And sometimes it's not even pay, it's resources. My mother has worked in special ed, and they overstuff her classroom. She, for the better part of a year and a half, she had no lunch break. She would work for hours without stopping because she could not afford to take time. And now it's starting to take a toll on her. So it's about not just money, but hiring more teachers and making sure that we have the infrastructure and supplies to let these people do their jobs. Because education combats the worst parts of our society. An educated person is a better person.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Like when you look at this, we need to look at more into the school systems. Like, we've known that they have been messed up for many years, and it looks like at times they don't really do much, and it's saddening because there's a lot of bright-minded kids out there, and they're not getting the opportunities that, say, most kids from different districts or different towns or different cities are having than one another. It's one of those things that we need to focus a lot on the schools, a lot on the education. Now, because if you look at these kids, they're struggling, and most people are just gonna look at this and just be like, they'll figure it out. No, we need to look into stuff like this because I bet you this is not the only school that's going through this type of situation.
Can I say this?
You say anything.
When I was in the first grade, my teacher used to drag me by my neck collar, just like dragging me. In second grade, my teacher used to put me in in a closet, like a big space closet, and shut the door on me during recess and lunch, locked me inside there. I didn't learn nothing at all. They did not teach me nothing. Nothing at all. I hate that closet. I've been homeschooled ever since. My grandma taught me everything I know. I'm smarter than the kids at at college when I was 18. When I was 5, I was trying to use the theory of quantum physics on the time machine.
That's awesome.
I feel really sad like in my head I'm crying, but right now I can't cry for some reason.
What's what? I was on special ed.
Trying to use
I was
quantum physics. That's awesome, though. Not gonna lie.
I was on special ed.
Why would it?
So
Hey, Spot.
Why would it?
I mean,
Yeah.
So if you had to choose, say you were in charge of West Virginia, and you had to make a choice, would you choose to pay teachers more money for their home, or would you choose to make things better at school so that they could do their job better and they could educate the students more?
wait, can I get back to my point?
You have to make one call.
So my point was of all of that. If they don't teach, they should not be on strike. They should not be even teaching in the first place.
Well, teachers
So
are.
if they have less, so if they have less money, because they are awful teachers, and they go on strike, just replace them. Something like that. That's all I went like.
I think it's more of a state because when it comes to public education, teachers are paid based off of how much the state can give the school systems and whatnot, and it also depends on the individual school administrations. But I feel like a lot of at least in Oklahoma, it's the fact that our education, all the money of our is getting funneled out of education, and so that's why teacher pay is so low.
Okay.
All right. So
that makes more sense.
Back to Ms. Spot here.
So about the thing that someone asked me about making a choice, I would choose both, but I have to choose one. So making the school better.
Why would you do that?
So like, if this teacher is beating up the kids, I will kick those teachers out and get new teachers that will help them, not be angry at them only when they make people angry. But like, if I don't remember the guy's name, the guy that said that he was like got dragged by the neck and put in a closet.
That was Ryder, yeah.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
That happened several times here in Washington too. One of my friends, her kid was one of the kids that got put in that quiet room, in that little padded
by the way, it was
closet.
It was actually two different girls. One girl was dragging me by my neck. The other one just threw me in the closet during recess and lunch. I kept on so many lunches that I'm used to starvation by now.
That's really sad.
And I will make sure, like, if I was like the governor or president, I will make sure there's no teachers that are doing that. I'll make sure that the kids will have fun at school. Make sure they will have fun learning instead of like not fun, like doing fun math. Like just like doing like boring math and kids like just drawing on the books. You should make it fun for them. Wow. Like karate, like in third grade, in my class, we had to do like chop up the fraction until I forgot like how you do it, but you have to chop up the fraction until you can't go any further. It's hard to explain, but it was very easy to learn. And also there's like other fun ways to do math. But I don't know.
Basically, you're saying that the educational programs that you use on your tablet and stuff.
Yeah, like
you're learning as you are having fun.
Like IXL, because when you do that, when you do lots, they'll tell you did a nice job. When you complete the goals that they give you, you'll have a surprise. It's like little stickers, and if one of your friends tell you that you can like win the stickers, you can add like a little avatar for IXL, and also there's called mappers. That you take a test, then you put in your scores, then you when you have your profile, you pick a little character to start off with. There's like different versions, and then you have to earn points to buy it, to get that unlocked. So it's that they like to do that, and there's like other websites.
So I agree with that for like the younger kids and for like the special need kids. But when you get to a certain age, you got to learn life. You got to do things even without the fun rewards.
Oh,
You
yeah,
gotta
for
look at
sure.
the long-term goals, right,
Yeah.
Spot?
Why?
My
That
sister,
it's not all going to be instant gratification. You're not going to instantly get the reward.
yeah, my sister. Fun fact about me: I'm a triplet, but one of my sisters, who's one of my triplets, she's actually going to college to be a special needs teacher, and
Hey, I gotta go. My meds just kicked in. I am starting to feel dizzy.
all
Well, thanks for
right,
joining
peace
us,
out,
Ryder.
man.
You're welcome.
Good
Later.
night, Ryder.
Have a good one, mate.
Say goodnight.
Good night. Have a good time.
Yeah, my sister's actually going to college to be a special needs uh, teacher, and she had this internship last year with one of the elementary schools in our school district with their special needs program, and she told me about how and there's a lot of part where it was just the parents basically just dropped them off there be, because the only care that these kids got was in this classroom because the parents did not know anything at all about how to take care of these child much, and at least to what my sister said, they didn't really care as much as they could have or should have in a way. But they get the special needs teachers. I mean, did I say that right? Special needs teachers? I thought I
Yep.
said special teens teachers. That was really weird. I do that sometimes. I tend to put words together. Anyway, at least the ones here that I haven't met any ones that are like super abusive or in any way, but they work way too hard, yet they get paid. I think they get paid even less than regular teachers, which really sucks. Because not only do they have to teach these kids, but they have to take care of medical things. I mean, I got to meet these kids that my sister was interning, and they're just the sweetest children on planet Earth. But you can tell that they're all struggling, and I talked with the staff there, and they're struggling too. And so I feel like if a state should put education as one of the biggest priorities. That's just coming from seeing things that have happened in my state. It's really sad.
Teachers, especially special ed teachers, I used to volunteer as a teacher's assistant. I started out in middle school in 6th grade, being a teacher's assistant for the special needs, special ed kids. And I just watched what those teachers went through. And at first I wanted to be a special ed teacher, but I can't do this. Once I got through the high school aspect of it and been doing it for years, just as a teacher's assistant, I just knew that wasn't my calling. I couldn't deal with the red tape and everything. And it was a horrible thing because I was like, oh, I could really do this. I could really help. But I was selfish and decided, I was like, I can't put myself through this. Not with the lack of support, the lack of funding. And yeah.
My sister just loved the kids way too much. I mean, the ironic thing is that she would not teach. She refuses to teach in Oklahoma. She'd probably go down to Texas.
Taps, I actually got an interesting question for you. How much specialized training for special needs kids do you think she'll get
at college?
Yeah, as she's training to be a teacher.
She's training to be a special needs educator.
How much specialized education for that field?
What's she going to specialize in?
I'm not exactly sure because I haven't really talked to her about what her degree plan is and different classes she's taking. I know she has to take a whole buttload of psychology courses, things like that.
You know what the sad truth is that none of it is mandatory. There is no specialized training course for special needs teachers. You can take a standardized teaching, basically your standardized teaching bachelor's, your that whole package, and you can just go and teach special needs kids, even though the job is incredibly taxing mentally and emotionally. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
teachers that get extra schooling do that of their own volition. They do that on their time.
They also have to get at least some form of medical training as well.
Nope.
I mean, they should at least.
They should, but they don't need to.
Yeah, I find that that irks me. That irks me a lot, especially because when you talk about the emotional toll on these teachers, like one of the kids ended up having a seizure and passing away, and my sister was just heartbroken, and so were all the teachers, and so yeah, they have, because when it comes to some of these kids that have very bad, they have seizures and things like that.
Yeah.
That their mortality rate is pretty high,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's just it's very emotionally taxing. And I feel like they should get paid at least a little bit more than these other people, just because of the extra work that they have to do. That's just my opinion. I don't know if it'd be practical, but
No, I definitely get that. Because I mean, I had to take a lot of special needs classes myself, because it was just like at the age of 3, I was not even talking, like not even making comprehensible sentences. And I had to do a lot of speech therapy. I also had a lot of physical problems. I had to do physical therapy. And I could see how emotionally draining teaching could be in most cases. And a lot of these teachers, some of them don't even get like more of the proper I wouldn't say education, but I mean proper training in most things. Like I've seen a lot of, like, it was a surprise to me how some of these teachers were teaching. It was a complete shock to me.
Yeah. Well, I hate to do this, but I've got to put it onto a positive note before she goes to bed. So real quick, we're going to read a funny article.
Yeah.
And Spot, come over here, because you can't use the microphone. You've got the audio screwed up. That's why you came over here, remember? The only way they're going to hear you is through my microphone, Spot. So come here, read this article. And at the end of the article, but I'm going to bother with opinions because it's about a talking whale.
I gotta thank someone.
Oh, all right. So thank the person real quick.
Falcon, thank you for saying that you said you got my vote. Thank you very much. My mom explained it to me.
Yeah, I tell her she runs for president. And she's got Falcon's vote. She's like, oh, Falcon says he's
you got my vote too.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the whole panel's vote.
Well, except for Waifu, because he's in Canada.
Well, he'll just do the whole Russian voting thing.
Effect.
Yeah, Little Red 2032.
So I'm gonna put the headset on you. Read this little article about the whales, and then it's time to say goodnight.
A 14-year-old with a vocabulary comprised 4 or 5 words may not sound impressive. However, it's sure when the speaker happens to be an orca or killer whale. An amazing discovery, along with the recording of the was unveiled and January 34th. Study published in the Journal Progress of Proceedings of the Royal Society B. This research team, led by Jose
Zamorano,
a
postdoctoral
researcher at Pacific
Pontifical
Colorado Catholic
University of Chile.
The University of Chile began coding the 14-year-old mammal who resides marine land and in Antibes France in 2014. The experience was concluded.
You want me to read it?
Sure.
Okay. The research team, led by Jose Zamorano Abramson, a postdoctoral researcher at the Pontifical Catholic University of Chile, began recording the 14-year-old mammal who resides at Marineland in Antibes, France in 2014. The experiment was conducted to test the theory that killer whales learn sounds from social settings. Wilk, who has spent most of her life at the aquatic park, is accustomed to mimicking her trainer's actions in exchange for fish and was therefore the perfect candidate for the job. The team began by presenting Wiki, actually is what that is, with the sounds she was already familiar with, like a noisy breath or a piercing peeping sound. Then they introduced new sounds the mammal had never been exposed to before. These included mimicking the squeak of a creaky door, the sound of an elephant call. While Wiki stepped up to the challenge each time, the ultimate test to prove the hypothesis was to see if the killer whale could replicate the human sounds. To investigate, the researchers introduced Wiki to a few simple words: hello, bye-bye, 1, 2, 3, and the name of her trainer, Amy. To their delight, she mimicked hello instantly. Though the others took a little longer, the smart mammal was eventually able to master them all. The cheeky whale even learned how to blow a raspberry. The researchers who compared the recordings of the original and imitation sounds and successfully tested them with human listeners say that Wiki's imitations, while not perfect, are definitely recognizable. Wiki, of course, does not understand what she is saying. She is merely copying the sounds to obtain the reward that follows every attempt. However, it once again demonstrates the mammal's intelligence. Abramson says imitation skills are important for animals in the wild because it allows them to learn from their peers. In contrast, learning through trial and error can be very expensive. You can die just trying a poisonous fish, for example. But if you learn from experience of the others, it's more safe. The researcher believes species that have this ability can adapt more easily to changes in their environment and increase their chances of survival. So what do you think of the talking whale? Do you think they're going to overthrow us? Or do you think they're going to leave the planet like in Hitchhiker's Guide?
I think they'll stay here because we're treating them as really good. Because if I had an orca and if there's any bullies, I'll make sure they will be eaten.
There you go. Evil child. So now you can go to bed thinking about orcas that the next time you go to a marine park could say hello.
Who said that was a dolphin?
That was dolphins. I know it was dolphins. Tim says it was dolphins. I know.
You are not correct.
Oh, don't worry. I got a wrench. I'll just ban him.
Wait, I have a wrench. I have a ranch.
Yeah, it's Daddy's. No, you don't have a ranch. You have a wrench.
I have a ranch.
So, yeah. So they're teaching orcas to talk. It won't be long before we have, an orca version of The Simpsons where all the dolphins come on land and put us out in the ocean.
An orca version of
So,
Okay, bye.
all right.
Bye.
So we'll play the audio for you here in a minute once you brush your teeth and go potty and all that. All right. So thank everybody for showing up.
Thank you, and me and Mommy are gonna edit the videos.
No, Mommy's not gonna edit the video. Mommy never edits the videos.
Okay, can I edit the video then?
No. But this is where you say goodnight to everybody by name.
Good night, Benny. Good night, Macaulay. Good night, Taps. Goodbye. Can I call you Waffle?
You're gonna call him Waffle? That's it. We're changing his name in Discord to Waffle.
Waffle Hunter.
Your name is Waffle.
It sounds like that's so perfect. Because you look like your avatar.
He is Canadian.
Wait, hold on. Your avatar looks like she likes lots of waffles.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank Ryder, even though he left. You say
Thank you, Ryder.
You say good night, chat.
Good night, Chad, and good night, the rest of you.
All right, go get ready for bed.
All
All right, you evil spawn, out. Get away from
damn
the
No, no.
Yeah, that's how the kid. That's how the nickname stuck. I swore a long time ago I would never swear at my children, but I would quote Shakespeare, and she ended up with a strawberry angioma on her arm. So we just let the moniker stick to her and call her Spot, because that way, if she's comfortable with the spot on her arm, then nobody can use it as a weakness against her.
True.
Wow, Red, you're such a bully.
I am.
Wait, I want to see the picture of it.
No, you're not showing a picture of your strawberry.
No doxing.
She's gonna dox her arm, man.
Benny, this is the first time you've talked to a woman or a child, a female, and have not hit on her, so thank you.
Excuse me, waifu hunter, but I'm not a fucking pedophile.
That's exactly my point.
Look, I know my fucking limits, all right? You will be
Ready for bed, or this is the last stream you do till you turn 18.
You guys make me like out to be like this like a horn dog like
You are.
fucking pervert, but I'm not. I'm really not.
You're our horn dog, Benny.
So many memes.
Best quote of the night. Your picture looks like she eats lots of waffles. I'm like, sure.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Let's just go with that, okay?
I am for the friggin' child.
Yeah, let's not get a strike because I was so worried at first because she wanted to cover that 10-year-old drag queen. I'm like, oh, so I put in the original stream title. I was like, and Little Red wants to talk about a 10-year-old drag queen. Like, oh, I'm about to get a strike, aren't I?
Yeah.
You gotta get a lot more. That's right.
So that's okay. It's a 10-year-old giving her opinion, and she's mostly liberated thanks to her grandmother. So
can you imagine how many follows you'd get if YouTube came down at you for letting a child speak?
oh god.
That's newsworthy.
10-year-old gives an opinion.
Is banned by YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, wait, and she's a transgender supporter too. So yeah, that's It
This also
my
brings up.
would explode.
Parents need to beat the fuck out of their kids once in a while.
All right.
Wooden spoon, the belt, smack. My only limit is not the face.
All right. Well, anybody want to plug anything? No jokes on that one. Let's try to keep it friendly.
Taps does stuff.
Taps does stuff.
I do stuff? What do you mean by I do stuff?
You do music stuff.
Hey, you also play a few video games now and then. Where do you play video games?
I do play video games every once in a while. I do lots of stuff.
Plug it.
Plug
He has
it.
a channel.
Oh right, yeah. Totally forgot we were plugging stuff. All right, I've got a YouTube channel by, you can probably tell already, it's just Taps, just TVPPS. I also have a Twitch channel. I've been streaming on there pretty frequently. Twitch.tv/TVPPS. I've got a SoundCloud also by the same name. And me and a friend of mine are starting a duo called Mute Strangers, if you want to find that SoundCloud as well.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Benny, what do you do?
I'm just your average shithead on the internet. I mean that there ain't nothing much to me.
Where can the single ladies holla at you?
Quit tasing the Canadian. Will somebody please quit tasing the Canadian?
Someone sliding my DMs.
Stop tasing waffles.
I'm Waffle Hunter, man.
Anyway, and then Waifu does stuff, and I gotta talk to him after the stream because Merc has some ideas.
Oh boy, I've been waiting to hear Merc say that all my life.
Fucking frostback.
Excuse me, I'm a snow Mexican.
Waifu doesn't even Twitter or anything.
Nope, but you can see me poking around Red's Discord, Frequently, I'm on an amazing show called The Devil's Advocates every Sunday at 1 Pacific Standard Time. That's 1 p.m. And yeah, we like to shout at each other. And when I'm not shouting at people and pretending I'm the champion, I'm in the crowd cheering people on.
Yeah, we didn't do. Yeah. And I was sad. It's like we had some really good questions to throw at Waifu. We were going to drag him on to Devil's Advocates on Sunday, but Merc took a sick day. His man been working himself into a coma because the national team came to his job, and so they've got to do extra hours, and we had a snowstorm. So.
Oh yeah.
Man's working himself to phrase. So.
Yeah, I can feel that.
And he won't have his last day off was last Monday, and he won't get another day off until I think this coming Monday, a week from today. So, yeah, so he's a very worn out Merc. So, and yeah, I'm gonna start doing my streams again on Wednesdays. I couldn't get my stream to launch on Wednesday, and I was just like, frack it. I'll just take an extra week off. I don't need this dramas. I've stayed off Twitter, but I'm going to go back on Twitter and start my socializing again. Just needed some time off. So, and the Discord link should be in the description. No, it's not in this one. But if you go to my the last stream, it's in that description. I've got it permanently embedded in the description for the OBS loadout. So.
Red don't give a flying frack, dude.
Yes, and I actually got a couple of local older black guys to start singing my song because I was in the line at Safeway and I started singing the song, and he's like, I like that, and he started singing it. So I'm just spreading the cancer.
Oh man.
So yeah, Tim, if you ever want to go, my streams are Waifu's on there with the Discord link. So yeah, I usually do my streams through Discord now because it works better, and I've got nifty links and stuff, so it looks fancy. So, and yeah. So everybody have a good night. I'll see you around later. Join the Discord. And there's only 2 rules: no minors OR and no minors ERs, because fuck those dirty bastards. Apparently.
Cold chilling. I can't say the rest.
But and then
sucks.
It actually if you in my general, it's not safe for work. It's automatically you have to be 18 to join my Discord, and if you join as a minor and we find out you're a minor, you will be booted out of the Discord because my Discord is not safe. The only other rule is or actually, that's right. We have 3 rules now. It's the no minors, and then there's the if you get offended, feel free to leave or just throw shit right back at people. And then try having sex with a bearded man. Consider having sex with a bearded man.
You don't have to do it, but you have to at least consider.
Yeah, you have to consider sex with a bearded man.
Consider sex with a bearded man.
All right, that's enough for tonight's dose of cancer. I'll talk to y'all live once I figure out how to turn this off again.
Family cancer.
Yeah, that's wholesome family cancer. I'm raising a whole generation of these.
Cancer for the whole family.
Good night.
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 If I could get this thing to go off of live, why won't it go off of live? Oh, there it is.